Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unholy Trinity podcast.
Welcome.
Let's give a little bit of an intro from each member.
Oh, what's up, everyone? It's your boy. Yeah. Zephyros there. Back.
Can we keep up this energy for the entire
Oh,
runtime?
I can't do Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Lars, it's actually all here.
Damn. What if Disney acquires us?
That'll be cool.
It's Jack here, and today we have a special episode for you, featuring a live studio audience of sorts.
Can we get
Can we get a whoop?
Yeah. There you go. See?
If
No
the-
clapping.
No hands.
If the
No,
mic
yeah.
didn't pick up, that's very funny. It just sounds like nothing, but yeah.
Sounds like someone's ass getting clapped in the background.
Which we'll get to shortly, because we have a little bit of a different thing today, as we did not have any really big releases. I know that by the time this episode comes out, Guardians has been out for a little bit, but that's the next week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided for this episode, what if we have a little special guest on?
That's right.
Oh. Which we will, so stick around to the end, which is when we will have the interview. But for today's episode, we're going to be talking about some news. We're going to be talking some reviews. We'll see a little rhyme.
Good old review.
Particularly, we're looking at a couple of movies that we may have missed in the past week or so. No, not week or so. Past, like, for the
weeks.
Honestly, the year.
Yeah,
A couple of movies that we've missed out. But, yeah. But firstly, important question. How are we doing today, guys?
You're doing all right.
Just the huge. The huge.
Yeah, what do you boys been up to?
We went outside.
Went outside. Did you touch grass?
No.
No,
Nah. What a shame.
touched.
Each other.
Yes.
By the form of handshake.
That's loving. That's beautiful.
It's quite beautiful.
That's our motto here at the Unholy Trinity. We touch each other.
Mhm. Well, we went to ex-prison.
You went to
Place.
oh yeah.
We all did.
We all went to a little bit of a prison. But we how would you say, we like dodged the charges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got parole and reduced sentence.
Reduced sentence for sure. By which we
held each other hostage, though.
Yeah. We
had
shot
ourselves hostage.
a little interview in a abandoned prison in
Courtyard.
we'll say it
Not
about
really
Not a
a
cell.
band,
Nah,
it's a
it's
repurposed prison. And
which,
turned into
yeah.
a university courtyard.
Yeah. A fine establishment, if I do say so myself.
Which now holds their students hostage.
Yeah, for sure. Have you guys been up to anything else other than today, going outside?
I've been trying to recover our footage. I got one. It's good. The other one's
Footage
from our interview.
What do you mean?
The SD card corrupted itself because it was funny. Being funny.
So we don't have any.
No, we have
do?
footage.
We
We got
do?
the footage back.
Okay.
One is good. The other one's being fixed.
In all honesty, as long as the audio made it, it's kind of fine.
Audio's good.
That's the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Audio's done deal.
Yeah.
That's that.
I do know one thing that we all did this week. I don't know if you remember. We went to a little bit of an exhibition, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. We
At
did.
SAE. We saw a few film project. Well, there was a bunch of stuff there, but particularly we went and sat in the theater,
Yes, we
watched
did.
a few film student projects.
Yeah.
Pretty vibey. Now let's grade them all out of 10. I'm joking. We wouldn't do that. Yeah.
We are not corrupt.
But yeah, it was cool stuff. Specifically, we'll draw attention to Sonny, our guy over here.
No.
What did you give a little bit about what you did in this, what you've submitted into this.
No.
No?
No, if you to.
No, I did the post sound for one of the films. Did the score composition and a little bit of post-production audio for it.
Yeah. What was the name of the movie?
Rigor Mortis.
Rigor Mortis.
Would you like to describe your movie?
No.
Can I try to describe the movie?
You can try describing
All right.
it. But as a person who's seen
Yeah,
it
here we
once,
go. Yeah, I've seen
compared
it
to the
once.
person who's been working on
And
it.
he's, yeah, all right. So here goes. This is definitely 100% accurate. There's a man and a woman.
Yes.
A man and a woman.
Circumstances occur so that they meet. Because I assume I don't want to spoil the movie, right? Just in case. Circumstances, they meet in a funny circumstance. Oh, the entire movie is kind of shot like a Wes Anderson thing. That's probably important to say, right?
It's a big
It's very
thing.
vibey. They meet and they develop a relationship over the course of this short film. It has its ups and downs, mainly downs.
Yeah.
And it kind of it was really interesting because the way it's structured is like the title is rigor mortis, right? And it refers to like the stages of decomposition, right?
True.
Post death. And they kind of framed that in, hey, what if relationship? It's a very negative portrayal of a relationship in that sense. It's
The
like
death of a
you are a relationship is decomposition.
Yeah.
That's why divorce is the way. It's the only way. Well, maybe there's another way. Divorce Italian
the way.
style, which is murder. Fun fact.
Yes.
That's the movie.
This is
Anyway,
the way.
yeah, and then you see their relationship dwindle, I guess. That's a very not great way to describe it because I'm avoiding spoilers, but I thought it was really good. So check that out if you can check it. Can you check it out?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. We can't answer that for you.
Can the audience confirm or deny whether you can check it out?
The
Maybe.
audience shrugged.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Ah,
Depends
well.
on the people. I guess the producers of that film. Is that right?
I suppose it
I
would
don't
be.
know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nod from the audience. We're on the right track.
Our actually all-knowing audience compared to
Yeah.
us fools who don't know anything.
For sure.
You know a few things.
We know a few things.
Such as
Like,
Segue.
I know What Is Love. That's a Twice song. You know, I want to
Baby Don't Hurt Me.
know what is love.
Baby
I
Don't
went to
Hurt
the
Me No
Twice
More.
concert this week. That's the thing I wanted to talk about. Man, I have loved Twice ever since I was in year 8.
A little
Which,
lad.
for some comparison, I am now in year 14. Which is a great
Wow.
way to measure time. For 6 years, they've been like my number ones, you know. I mean, like, I love them
day
so
ones.
much. And this concert was incredible. I went to the sound check and I got to see them just like come out and vibe with us, which is cool. It would be nice if they do meet and greet, but like that's
they don't do that.
they're too big for that now.
Oh yeah. True.
I think they still K-pop groups. No, they don't still do meet and greets, do they? When they
So
reach,
there's like 100,000 of the audience. That's
Yeah.
you can't really do that.
because maybe they do some in Asia, but I don't know. They don't do it internationally, at least.
They're just racist about that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a concentration of fans in one place or something. I don't really know how it
Maybe
works.
if they perform at smaller venues.
They
that could be
They
possible,
can't do
but
that for
yeah.
Twice. Yeah, they're too big. But they're amazing. I fucking loved them. Their concert was it's like easily. Oh no, fuck it. It's my favorite concert I've been to. It
Damn.
does follow the JYP formula, which is something I learned from the Stray Kids concert.
Shout
It does
out.
a lot of the same thing. Shout out to JYP. My favorite part was when well, this is not actually my favorite part, but it was a funny part when I think Nayeon, was singing alcohol free, and it was like there's a part where JYP says his producer tag, which is like JYP. The audience screamed JYP, and then she started laughing in the middle of the thing, which is
Thought it was fun.
It was it was genuinely a great concert. Oh my god, I missed them so much. I want to like fly out and see them one day.
One day.
Fly to Bangkok.
Fly to Bangkok. Oh yeah, this is sorry for that's a little inside joke. I was talking about flying to Bangkok, and no one would understand why I wanted to go to Bangkok. And I was like, damn, everything's just like cheaper over there because our Australian money's worth more. But everyone's just like, what do you do in Bangkok? And I was like, literally, I could just do whatever. It's just cheaper, which is
You
honestly like
understand.
pretty good. And also like culture and like mainly food. Like that is one of the predominant
Big fan
because
of
food
Thai
is cheap,
food?
and I
Yeah.
love Thai food. Fuck, dude. Like, Thai food is one of my top foods of all time.
Yeah.
Arguably, yeah. It's up there.
Thai food's good.
Yeah. I also wanted to talk about another thing I did, which was I started playing a little game known as Final Fantasy.
Holy
Hey.
shit, bro. Are you becoming one of those filthy weebs?
Well, I wanted to try it because I'm like, it seems like the lore of the series seems interesting, and it's kind of like it is one of the defining JRPGs.
Yes.
Yeah, so I started playing it, and it was too hard for me. I literally
Which
fucking sucked.
installment did you
The
play?
very first one.
Oh, that's the shit one.
No, it's good. I think that I
Also,
looked up the
it's a
ranking. The first
classic.
one's still apparently
It's a classic,
good.
but it's like.
But like I'm playing like
old.
the remasters, right? Because of the remasters help a lot with the ease of accessibility that like they did not have back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was playing the remaster and it crashed my PC. So fun fact, I dropped my laptop and it broke. The bottom of it. It's still fine enough. I'm just like worried it's gonna catch fire or some shit while I'm using it, but it's chill. It's fine. Vibey.
Yeah.
I say vibes too much, guys. I need a new. Can you give me a new word to say? Mood.
Mood is.
Oh my god! Someone said that in class today. That everyone was thought it was hilarious. Because we have like old people in our class, and they're just like, "Oh, these youngsters. What are they talking about?"
Mood seems like a mid 2010s thing.
People still say that for some reason.
No, but if you're a hip and upcoming Zoomer, you say bussin'.
I say bussin'. I say bussin' all the time, respectfully. Oh
Yeah.
God, like I'm not capping right now. Like for real. Yeah.
Use bodacious.
Yo, that's totally bodacious, dude.
Yeah.
You know what else? Well, yeah,
Radical.
This game was all right. I guess from what I played, it was all right. It was a little bit hard for me, and I kind of just I don't really get why they don't put health bars in.
Do they not have HP?
I need it like
numbers?
genuinely. I can prepare for a fight if I see the HP of the enemies. So it's like I know if I want to go all out on this turn, or if I want to reduce the damage by
Oh,
like
so they don't have the
defending.
enemies.
Nah.
health bars. But they have your own.
Yeah, it has your own. But I feel like that's too much of a guess game in the early stages because it's like, yeah. And you kind of want to grind through lower level things to level up your character. And it's like, if I don't even know what level these fucking creatures are. So it's like a little bit annoying. But like, I don't know.
Yes.
It's probably good for better gamers than me because I suck at video games.
That's interesting because the later games have that established.
Yeah.
So that may be an early kink that they haven't figured out.
Yeah. How to put HP bars in for enemies.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I wanted to talk about briefly, but I won't go into much depth because we're going to watch it next week, is I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in IMAX in 3D, and I liked the movie. So I do recommend people go out and see this, especially if you want to understand where we're coming from in our next review. Go check it out. It's good. Now let's talk about some actual news. Firstly, let's address like the writer's strike. I feel like that's a pretty prominent thing right now.
There's some big
A lot
news.
of your favorite TV shows are currently on
break.
pause, including the late night shows,
Yes.
which is a positive or a negative.
Say that's a win in my books.
Well, speaking of which, this was the week that what's his name? James Corden's gone.
Oh yeah,
He's done. He had his last
His
episode.
show is finished.
It's finished. Which we tried to watch the last episode, but we honestly could not get through it. Yeah,
Isn't it because we're supposed to watch another movie? At the
but
time?
like it was also really boring, so we just watched some YouTube for a bit.
Oh yeah.
If you remember.
But I thought it was the bit where the other late night show host comes to roast the guy. That was a bit funny.
Oh, I've already seen it, so it was boring to me watching it a second time because it wasn't like great, well written, but like it was just like,
that's
oh my
why
god,
they
look,
need better writers.
yeah, or just
Don't
don't
write
write like low-key write your own material, but you know what? Who just, I mean, I'm a writer, so I guess I'd be out of a job if I was there.
Yeah.
So, you know. But some other stuff that's been put on hold: Stranger Things, the Marvel movie Blade. But I bet they're just using that as an excuse. That movie's just never going to come out. And I heard Big Mouth was put on pause.
Wait,
Apparently
why is that show still airing?
I don't know. Like, look, I remember watching Big Mouth thinking it was pretty good, but like I don't know. I've heard people don't like it, so I guess.
How many seasons are they up now?
I don't know. I stopped watching a while ago because it kind of just kept being the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my issue with Rick and Morty, honestly. Like, it's like, except Rick and Morty, I feel like is genuinely still good. It's just sometimes, like, some seasons have kind of got me. You know, I should still finish the latest season because it wasn't that bad from what I remember watching the first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the writer's strike, from my understanding. Now, this, once again, we are not informed reporters here, so I'm just going from
Quoting other reporters.
quoting other reporters. Sure. It's because of the way streaming is now, right? We don't have the same like labor laws that we have in place for like movie writers and like other writers and stuff, screenwriters. Because so streaming services can like rip off their writers essentially because they're not bound to the same contracts and stuff like that.
But don't isn't the screenwriters union still a thing, or like not union, guild?
Yeah, but that wouldn't, what do you like?
So they still have negotiating power. In a sense.
But strikes are part of negotiation.
Yes.
It's like strikes aren't just like we randomly stop writing.
Yeah,
you
but
give,
they didn't
you basically give
negotiate.
2 weeks notice that like we're gonna go on strike.
They didn't negotiate in the first place.
Yeah, so no, what would have probably, I assume what would have happened, because like this is basic business stuff.
They
You
changed
try
the
and
thing.
negotiate it, it's unsuccessful, go on strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the streaming business has been running for a while.
Yeah, I
Why
guess
now?
it's just like now more prominent. Well, because like now, especially like 2023 coming out of the pandemic, a lot more streaming services have been put in place. We're now at like we're probably at the height of streaming right now. So it's like, yeah, because we got like Disney Plus and stuff and all that jazz.
Yeah, I
So
guess
it's like,
more
yeah.
of the margin is on streaming.
And you know what I have to say about this? Just fucking pay him. Just pay him. Like, what the fuck?
But
Dingy ass
Disney's-
motherfuckers.
Disney's gonna say no.
Fuck you, Disney. This is why the quality of your shows and stuff have been going bad. 'Cause you're not paying your writers the big bucks, so they don't feel committed enough to write good products for you.
What's the Disney show?
There's actually no, it's a movie, but I reckon next week we'll probably end up watching Peter Pan. That's on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Peter Pan.
Yeah, I haven't heard any good things about it, so I'm excited to not enjoy watching it.
He's gonna be back fighting Captain Hook.
Yeah, from the looks of it, yeah. Why do we need another Peter?
With live action.
Yeah.
That's
They-
the only
they want
reason.
live
Okay,
action.
wait, yeah, that's the reason. Wait, but we got that movie Hook a long time
Yeah.
ago.
That's
Yeah.
not Peter Pan, bro.
Damn, that's Hook, man.
Oh, when's that Little Mermaid movie? No.
In a few months, I think, or something. I don't know.
I don't even know.
That'll be one
Don't
we
pay
have to go and watch in the theaters.
So sad.
So sad on the big screen. But yeah, are you guys supporting the writers?
Yeah.
Power to the writers.
Yeah, I like you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty cool. But you know what isn't pretty cool? PC ports. Let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's come out this week. Well, not this, like within the last couple of weeks. And it's just been bringing a lot of attention to the fact that, like, what is with companies putting out shitty PC ports? Well, I mean, it's been like this for like a while, but like it's been getting more and more prominent through recent years. But also, just the general state of video game releases have been getting shittier. I feel like that's not even a hot take. That's just like kind of a fact. People like putting out unfinished games and stuff. But yeah, in particular, Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Redfall were the two recent ones. Apparently, just Redfall's just bad in general and completely bugged to shit and all of that. But yeah, the Fallen Jedi Star Wars Jedi Survivor apparently just does not run well on PC at all. And they put out a statement basically going, "Oh, there are just so many PC builds that we couldn't optimize it."
Yeah, but so is every other game. on the
Exactly.
PC,
It just
you
means
know?
you're not doing your jobs.
Okay.
But guess what? I don't give a shit because I'm on PlayStation. Also, didn't buy the game. That's a double win in my book.
Is EA doing the thing? Because it's Star
Yeah,
Wars.
it's an EA game. It's apparently, that's the thing though, it's apparently an amazing game. It's apparently the best Star Wars game ever made. but it does not run on PC. So it's like, yeah.
But like EA has ported many games before on a PC.
Yeah.
They
I think
forgot-
it's legit just laziness.
They forgot how
It's
to
just
do it.
yeah. I mean, we had The Last of Us Part 1 come out on PC recently.
Yeah.
That was also broken. Yeah, we're just talking about Redfall's broken. Everything's fucking broken.
Oh, speaking of PC ports,
Yeah.
I actually downloaded a what's it called? Ocarina of Time mod PC port thing that someone made, so you can run Ocarina of Time natively on your PC.
But we don't condone piracy, of course.
Yeah, no piracy over here. Just
Because I didn't play Final Fantasy on an emulator.
But you said remastered though.
Oh, yeah, I played both
Oh, okay. So you
to
get
just
both
compare the
experiences.
experience.
Yeah. So yeah, it's now I can play Ocarina of Time in a 4K 60 FPS
Yeah.
natively. No emulators, yeah.
That actually branches off into something else I want to talk about. But do we have any more takes on this PC thing before I move to that?
Not really, except I just saw one person who's kind of a PC nerd say Jedi Survivor ran fine for him on a mid-range PC.
Yes, it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Because it's actually mostly affected the high-end PCs for some reason. That's kind of like the gist of it. It's apparently because of anti-cheat or some shit is like the main thing or something, which is like why put it in the single. I don't. Oh no, it's not anti-cheat. It's anti-piracy stuff.
Yeah.
So, and apparently it encourages you to pirate the game because your game's gonna run better.
Because no anti-piracy.
Yeah. But yeah. But speaking of, you were talking about Zelda.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild's leaked. The
Yes,
entire
I've
game
heard of
is
that.
online through emulators, because the game's on 10-year-old technology. There's perfect emulation on Switch, right? For
Yeah,
Switch on
Switch
PC. People have played the game already,
Best.
so it's like,
Nintendo losing money.
honestly, no. Like, I mean, Nintendo. Yeah, it's kind of shitty of the person to leak the game.
Yes.
That's a shit thing to do.
But Nintendo's
But hey,
been
that's what
pretty
you get for releasing a game on 10-year-old console. Fucking upgrade your console, make a new console.
Well, they're probably planning on doing that.
Well,
Yeah.
there was that. My theory is they're doing the Wii U thing where it's like you release
They
it on
release it
last
both,
gen and
right?
then release it on next
So you
gen.
buy the game twice. That's the
Yeah.
strategy, right?
GDA 5 and Skyrim.
That's buy the game 5 times.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Yeah. Well, that means I can play Breath of the Wild 2. Hey.
You can. Have you played the first? You could probably play the first one, I
I
assume.
played like half of the first one on my computer.
Did you play the Wii U port?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, the Wii U emulation was better than the Switch emulation.
Yeah.
But now I think Switch is a bit better.
Oh, Bradley, the Switch emulation for this particular game is not very good.
Yeah, because
It runs like shit, but like, yeah.
But maybe they'll fix it up. Be like, haha.
Yeah.
But then again, like, if for someone to leak it, that means they're a Nintendo insider, right? Unless they got it from
Theoretically, there's other
somewhere,
ways, like,
they hacked into the
because the
servers or
game's
something.
been, other people have been able to play the game, like journalists and shit.
Oh,
So it's like, the game's
it's the early
not,
access thing.
there is some early access to it, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah, sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky indeed. But you know what's even sneakier?
Yeah, sneakers.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't a great link. I did not, the next thing was Dune trailer. There was no way I could really branch sneaky
The
with Dune.
worms in the sand dune.
They're pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until they're right up next to you, in which case they swallow you whole.
For sure.
For sure,
But yeah, we
man.
got the Dune 2 trailer. What did we think, boys?
Excited?
Wow,
Yeah.
Timmy looking kind of hot.
Because he's in the desert?
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, it just looks like Dune 2.
Oh.
The
Dune
sequel to
Part two,
Dune.
just like
Dune, but two.
Zelda 2.
I'm gonna be honest. I know I liked the first movie, but like I'm not that excited for the sequel. I don't know. The Dune universe is okay to me. It's just Star Wars light,
Yeah.
but with Game of Thrones elements.
All the
And,
June haters in the chat gonna roast you
Dune,
now.
you mean Dune lovers?
Lovers, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
But
what I meant.
forever in Tatooine, though. So, like,
yeah. It's forever, but Star Wars is forever Tatooine. No, recently they've been doing better with that, but yeah, you know.
What do you mean? Like,
No, I
well,
mean,
Dune's in one planet. Star Wars
yeah, no,
was
no.
one
I would
planet.
say Star Wars is like because you know that how Star Wars had the Tatooine problem with everything being set on Tatooine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but they've been doing better with that in recent years.
no more tattoo.
Just do better. My God.
For real.
Tatooine.
And
Mamma
other
mia.
trailers, we got Equalizer 3,
Yes.
or as I call it, 3-qualizer.
E3.
Why is one of my bosses sending me a voice message?
Yeah, put it on the
I'll have to
pod.
look at that after. I'm not going to put it on the pod.
Do it.
But
Do it. I dare you.
how about we talk about Equalizer 3
$100.
instead?
Okay.
$100. For sure? Is this real?
No.
Okay, cool.
Because now that gave you the possibility. And I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do that.
That's like I don't even need to come into work for a few hours. Yeah, so Equalizer 3, it's in Italy.
Yeah, Dali.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. And Denzel Washington is doing some old man shit. Retired, but not really. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. No, it's like the John Wick thing of he retiring, but then he was pulled back into the business.
Yeah, so like John Wick initially, because I've read the initial script of the first John Wick, it was kind of meant to be part of that era of older men coming back out of retirement thing, but they actually changed it to make him a lot younger, because John Wick's not like super old in the first
Yeah.
movie.
Out of retirement and now just pro bono.
But yeah, I'm excited for Equalizer 3. I like the first two movies. This one should be good.
Yeah.
You guys got to watch the first two before this one comes out.
Yeah.
Might have to, yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Speaking of sequels, we got The Meg 2. I have not seen the first Meg.
Three.
No
I've
one.
heard that it is a shark movie.
Whoa,
Seems like
really?
This one looks like a bit of a shark movie
Whoa.
too.
Features the guy from Fast and Furious and
Jason
that movie
Statham.
with the
Hello,
Rock.
I'm British.
He's like frenemies with the Rock. in the
Hobbs and
movie.
Shaw,
Yeah.
which is also in the Fast and Furious
Yeah.
universe, and a franchise that we probably should get on
Is
immediately
it good though?
because we need to watch the Fast 10 when that comes out. So
Oh.
may the Fast and Furious binge commence in a couple of days or something.
Yeah, we'll see.
Real slow.
Yeah. Yeah, this one looks like a spot of fun, you know, just a little bit of fun.
Bit of a shark.
Bit of a
thing.
shark thing. I read a story about a shark.
Mm-hmm.
Shark attack on the golf course. Based on a true story
People
in
seem to like the
2011.
story.
I'd rather watch
People
that
seem to
film.
like it. You can I can show you my story. You might like it.
Oh,
That reminds me, I need to send some of this podcast, but we'll continue. In
Yeah.
other news, also speaking of sequels, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, has the record for the longest animated feature film at 2 hours and 20 minutes,
Ooh.
which is a long ass movie, but hopefully it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because it's like part one of a 2-part thing, essentially, right?
No, it's 2 parts. Alright.
Because this is like Across
Damn.
the Spider-Verse part 1 or something, right?
Hey. Aim high.
Yeah. They're really returning to that era of splitting things in half. Like, you got Dune part 1, part 2. It's like the Hunger Games and Harry Potter and
Yeah.
Twilight. Yes, return to those times.
Back to the
No more,
old school.
no more trilogies.
No more trilogies. It's part 1 and part 2, and that's
The
it.
duology.
Except Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah.
That's the end of a trilogy. All right. Let's talk about some gaming. Well, specifically, I guess, a platform, and that's Discord. Soon you will be required to change your Discord username, as Discord are now ditching the tag
The
system,
numbering
the
system.
number system.
'Cause that is reminiscent of old colonial prisons.
I was going to say it's like, I was just say something a bit worse, but I'm going
Right,
to
say the
table
worst
that.
bit.
I was going to say it's like some Holocaust thing. That's not.
Well, they're also
yeah,
prisoners.
yeah, numbers. Yeah, probably don't want that. So cool, Discord.
And well, it's apparently for just streamlining their database.
Yeah, I think numbers are annoying anyway.
Because
It's genuinely like a pain because you can't like copy and paste the numbers. You can copy the user, but yeah,
It's weird.
it's annoying. But let's talk about some good news, and that was Carrie Fisher's officially got a star on the Hollywood Hall of Fame, Walk of Fame.
The
Congrats.
sidewalk.
Love that.
And that was on Star Wars Day, so that's cute. So, like, yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah, good to see that. That's kind of all the news I've got for you.
Nice.
But we got a couple little reviews.
Little
Just
ones.
a couple little ones.
Tiny.
Alrighty, let's talk a bit about the film that we missed that week. That we instead decided to see Shazam 2, which I feel like was the better film out of these two ones.
Oh
Oh no, it's gonna be
no.
controversial.
Oh.
Shazam 2.
This might have to end up in a debate, but we'll discuss it. Because yeah, you really did not like Shazam's like your Mario movie,
Yeah, because I didn't watch the first
but also
Shazam.
oh yeah, that's true. But yeah. Anyway, this movie is 65 with Adam Driver.
Not
That's
Adam
actually the full
Sandler.
name. It's the full title of this movie is 65 million years ago. There was a man or something.
Yeah.
Do you remember that title
Seriously?
thing? Yeah.
Huh.
The movie
the
goes
title
65 million years ago. There was a man.
Huh.
Yeah.
Starring Adam Driver, not the other Adams.
Sandler. Is that what you meant by the other Adams? Yeah.
Well, there's many other Adams. Adam,
Why is your mic pointing off into the distance?
because it is.
It looks funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Malik, the guy from One Direction. No, not Adam. That's
You mean Zayn?
Zayn.
What the fuck? Zayn and Adam are like.
No, there's a guy named Adam with a similar last name.
There's no Adam in One Direction, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but not from One Direction. But then I switched up with One Direction Zayn. Because they had similar last names.
Are you
but
talking
not
about
Adam.
the actor of.
Who's that guy, the Freddie Mercury guy?
Yeah.
And Robo guy.
Rami.
Yeah, that's also not Adam.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about Adam fucking Levine, are you?
Oh, that may be the neural pathways intersecting there.
This dude.
This dude.
Yeah, there's human brains, man. You know.
Yeah. Speaking
brain.
of human brains, my human brain could not stand this movie.
I had to sit down.
You want to give some impressions? I feel like this review's going to be very short. You want to give some impressions?
Yeah, I thought this movie was also kind of boring. But, at least they had dinosaurs. Which is a good thing. The premise of this movie was quite, it's an actual interesting premise. But then they just kind of went along the path of
Boring ass fucking
Boring
bland
movie.
derivative fucking movie.
instead of making it good or expanding upon that.
I literally had to get like slightly tipsy to watch this movie. Me and Dia were drinking while watching it. We
That's
turned
what
into
I
like
should've
a
done.
we turned into like a drinking game, and it was like we kept changing the rules so that we drink more. So like at first it was like, oh, whenever we see a dinosaur, there weren't enough fucking dinosaurs in this movie. So we're like, oh fuck, it's whenever
Adam says something.
Adam pulls out a gun or says something, and then we're
He
like,
always pulls
eventually
out a
ended
gun.
up with whenever there's a flashback to the daughter, because there was a lot of those, and then we're like, yeah. And I was drinking
Yes.
like straight whiskey, and I was like, fuck, I need to get a mixer. So then I ordered Uber Eats, and then I ordered, just so I could get a drink, I ordered like fucking Japanese food.
You spent 30
mix.
minutes trying to order.
I spent 30 minutes trying to order. By the time I got the meal, the movie was over.
Man, I should have done that. I literally have a bottle of vodka in the back of my room for occasions like this where I just want to feel sad and drink.
Is this a sad and drink movie?
Wiping
No.
It's more like a...
I was just more sad at the fact that, yeah, it's derivative. I literally watched this film and it's like each sequence felt like it was from another film that I've watched before. And
Yeah.
I don't watch that many films.
That's true. Well, I mean, you probably watch more than the average person, actually.
Probably more than the average
Yeah.
person, to be fair, yeah. But
You're forced to.
Because you're forced to, like we force you to watch this movie.
oh,
yeah.
true. Oh my god, yeah. Just
But one interesting thing about this movie is they do not speak much because the main characters, can't understand.
you can't write you write the characters like that, and then you can't write interesting dialogue.
Yeah. It's a minimal dialogue,
Yeah. So yeah, what was your impression of the movie? We know what Dio's impressions.
I don't know. Just what I said before. There's all
Yeah, the vodka
derivative.
drinking movie.
Didn't feel anything about this because there was nothing to.
This was not even fun with drinking. It was genuinely so fucking boring. Like we were also watching it with a friend of the channel, Thomas. He was bored as well. We're just like, this is so fucking. Like the premise do get stuck. Like the premise is not that bad. It's like futuristic shit in the prehistoric world, right? But like
Go back.
they try and do it. They try to make it The Last of Us,
Yes.
but it's so fucking boring. And the character is so inconsistent. Also, there's like kind of like a mystery in this movie. It's like kind of like what happens, what is going on, and Dio managed to kind of like piece it together.
I made a theory on why things were the way they were narratively, and what the motivations for Adam, the driver's character, were. But it turns out I'm wrong, and then they don't explain or elaborate
They,
further
like,
when the
don't
movie ends.
explain
They're just
it.
like, yeah, they did it. Yay.
How does the movie end again? I forgot.
They fly away.
Oh wait,
and
hold
then
on.
the
Spoiler.
end.
We won't do that. We'll save it for the spoilers. We'll quickly speed through the rest of the sections. Right, we got acting, where I feel like everyone gives a very phoned-in appearance. And the girl was all right, I guess. Adam Driver was kind of fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great performance. He didn't really give me that the heebie-jeebies of when he punched a wall and said, "Every day I wake up and I wish you were dead. Like if I could guarantee that Henry would be okay, I hope you get into a car crash and die." Something along those lines.
He didn't say the N word enough.
I feel like that would have been inappropriate in this film.
But he's good at that.
Okay.
Just endlessly pointing out the little ghost rays.
But she's not.
I know.
All right.
But that'll be an extra layer of funny, bro.
This is, of course, a reference to Black Klansman. Dio's not just making random racial remarks.
Go watch Black Klansman. It's cool.
That's a great fucking movie. It's still like one of my probably top 10 movies of all time, I reckon.
Good movie.
Yeah, it's good. Writing and stuff. I feel like we've already... There's like no writing in this movie, honestly. It's just like things happen. More dinosaurs come. There's a boss battle at the end.
Yeah, this is the boss battle, isn't it?
The ending is really fucking stupid. It's just like they kind of just solve all of the problems somehow. I don't really get it. We might have to talk to spoilers, I guess, but I don't really get how they solved it. Though bear in mind, I was not paying attention while watching this movie. In all honesty,
You're ordering food.
I was ordering food. When I say this movie was boring, this movie is so fucking boring. The action in this movie, was there even any action? There probably was a couple of action sequences.
They shoot the dinosaur.
But they were boring as shit. I was like, fuck. I'm bored.
We've reached a point in society where having a pulse rifle and shooting dinosaurs is now boring.
For real.
What does this world come to?
Yeah.
You know?
That's why we got to return to the prehistoric times.
Go back to monkey.
Like Adam.
Monkey.
Go back 65
Yeah.
years.
65 years. 65 years ago.
65 years.
Yeah.
65 years ago was like
1960.
58.
58?
The 50s were better. You could
No,
say
they
were.
weren't. I feel like I'd rather go back to the prehistoric times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to monkey.
Yeah, did you guys have anything to say about the writing? That's not
Well,
really anything
we've
to talk
touched
about.
on the minimal dialogue, and that might be a limitation to them, but it shouldn't be, because there are movies with limited dialogue that can
A
still
good
save the
example,
story. Yeah.
I reckon, is the film Logan, which I feel like this takes inspiration. Like this movie's inspired by like Logan and Last of Us, right?
Yeah, true.
Logan, he can't understand the girl because she speaks Spanish, right? This is real, right? I'm not just this is headcanon. This is what happened in the movie, right?
In Logan,
Yeah.
I think she's
Yeah.
Spanish. So.
So it's like his true audience.
Do you know Logan?
Do you know Logan? Yeah, does the girl speak Spanish? The little girl.
Mi hable no inglés.
Yeah, it's can't speak English.
Wolverine Logan.
Like Wolverine, like.
Never mind.
All right. Well, that's a definitive, not definitive answer.
Wolverine movie.
Confusion, distraction.
But yeah, point being, like, just because they can't understand each other doesn't mean you can't create a compelling enough narrative. And yeah, I felt like they had like no chemistry,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that good.
not that good. Cinematography I thought was pretty bland. Nothing stuck out to me as being good. What about you? There are like no cool shots from what I remember.
Yeah. Colors are alright. Pretty.
I thought the colors were not nice.
Well, they're
It's
like-
all
they're
it's
not
all
like-
very cold colors, right?
Yes, because it's trained the wild survival life.
Yeah. I don't really like cold colors in general, but like it depends how tasteful it's used. I think it's just like
Bland.
bland. It kind of honestly it fits the vibe of the movie.
Yeah, you know.
I guess
it
that
represents
says.
itself.
And then I guess the visuals, right? There's also a lot of CGI and shit.
Yeah.
And that wasn't very good.
The dinosaurs sometimes be funny.
They kind of do be funny. A lot of like green screen environments as well and shit. There were funny cuts as well. I
Yeah.
remember like when he's in like the cockpit at the start, there was like weird cuts and stuff like that. There's a couple of those moments.
To me, this film's like borderline on the verge of being good visually, but not reaching there.
Damn. What about audibly?
Audible.
What did you think of like the sound and the soundtrack and the music and what you could hear in your little ear holes?
This dinosaurs sound like dinosaur. Hey.
I remember there being weird. Weren't there weird sound effects? Because I remember at one point we were like weird sound effects drink, right? Or like there was like
Yeah.
funny things, and there were funny
Yeah.
sound effects that we laughed at and
For
drank.
the-
I think.
What was the funny?
I think it was during the cockpit scene at the start.
That's just because they chose funny future sounds. Or
I
something.
think so. Yeah, they're like funny sci-fi sounds. Does that ring a bell? I don't know, just
Yeah.
Forgettable.
This movie was, this is a boring ass review. We should just get through this one to go to the more interesting movie. But yeah. You guys want to talk about spoilers, I guess? Which is just like spoiler zone. All right. So yeah, what the fuck happened at the end? It's like how they just suddenly were able to repair the ship. This is a real Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania moment.
So from what I gathered, the escape pod was in another layer of a protective kind of shield. And that shield was the thing that was being beaten by the dinosaur. So when they get to the ship and get everything running, they can just go bam and go to space again.
Why couldn't they do that at the start of the movie?
Because the dinosaur was in the way.
Why did they just fight the dinosaur at the start instead of fighting at the end?
Well, they had to go to the mountain to go to the escape pod, bro.
That's cringe.
That's like what their journey was,
That's
right?
a terrible journey. Actually, no, that makes sense. So that's a
Because they're like, oh, the Adam drew a mountain. And then it
I
said,
remember that. So yeah,
parents. Kid go. Familia.
I don't think she did. Did she?
She did.
Did she speak Spanish?
No.
Are you just making that up?
But she did say familia.
Oh,
Because I guess that's fake Spanish. Or some language that have the word family.
all right. Oh yeah, I thought a funny point that I shouldn't be funny, but I thought was funny is, all right, Adam Driver's on this epic mission, right? He crashes a vehicle and like everyone's dead. Then he immediately goes, "Well, I'm gonna kill myself."
Oh, yes.
I feel like you would try and survive, and then after a long time of survival, then maybe you would be like, "Yeah, nah, I'm gonna go kill myself."
See,
now.
because his daughter's already dead.
His daughter is already dead, right?
But we
Yeah.
don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Until
But I
later
thought he was
on.
finding a cure for his daughter.
You said it was for money.
Yeah, he was sorry. He's doing this mission for money so he could cure his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Pay for hospital
Why is his
bills.
daughter already dead?
Because
Because
he can't pay for insurance.
This was a 2-year journey on his end.
Oh my god, this is a Squid Game moment. You know in Squid Game, how he does the
Yeah.
Squid Game for his mom? But then his mom dies while he's doing the Squid
Yeah.
Game.
That was Adam's
Quite
character.
funny.
For real.
See, I guess I didn't catch that he was doing it for money, and I thought, as my theory was
Yeah.
explained, that they're going back to 65 million years ago to stop the meteor from destroying the dinosaurs. Or like at least stop the meteor from doing something, because the meteor might have
Are you saying
the
meteor
disease.
or media?
meteor,
Okay.
meteor,
Meteor.
American.
It sounds like you're saying the media. It's like
Meteor.
Channel 7 was there going,
The meteor.
Oi, dinosaurs, mate. Get
Yeah,
the fuck
Breaking
out of
news
here.
on current affairs: the dinosaurs are fucking dead.
The Sky News comes along and goes,
Meteor comes down
get
from the
out of
sky.
here, mate. Oh, Sky News. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meteor creates disease that kills daughter, and he has to stop it, but I guess not.
That probably wouldn't make sense, would it?
65 million.
How
Yeah,
is
years,
it-
not
it's
to
like a
quench it.
genetic evolution of a virus or something. It's like Venom. It's like Venom.
Venom from the movie Venom?
Yes.
He's not a virus.
No, but
He's
he's
a
an
symbiote.
alien from a meteor.
Yeah, but he's just a symbiote. He's just chilling.
And symbiotes can live forever. And
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
But you understood the premise of the film by the end, yeah?
yes.
I think it's because I went on Wikipedia and told you. Because I didn't know what it was either. I
Or
literally
did you
went and looked
look
at
up
the
a
plot synopsis.
Wikipedia? Yeah.
The film presents itself as just only to be confusing, anyways. These
Yeah.
are humanoid characters.
Man, I wish they were sharks. I like sharks more than people.
Yay!
Yay! Audience clapped. That was a yeah.
More of the story. We like sharks.
All right.
Shark. Pog.
Do we want to give verdicts?
Sure.
I knew I would never be able to keep up the excitement I had at the start of the episode. This movie's just dragged me down.
All right. Verdictos. Yo. 65. That's what's 65 in Italian?
Say, I was gonna say sedici, or is that's 16, right?
Yes.
Diciassette,
Un cinque.
something I can't remember. 65.
Oh,
I came up with that
Santa.
myself, not from the audience showing me a translation.
Thank you very much. Grazie.
Grazie.
So Santa 5. 65.
65.
This movie, it's kind of boring. Adam Driver's in it. He's kind of funky and cool. You know, not that great of an experience, but maybe if you really like dinosaurs or Adam Driver,
You'd be disappointed because you didn't have enough of either of those.
maybe the dinosaur, but there's plenty of Adam Driver.
That
in
is
there.
true. Adam Driver is in the movie.
So I'm gonna give it like a 3.
My brother 65, I give it a, I don't know, 4.
As to be fair, like in all fairness, I wasn't paying that much attention to it, but I'm still gonna give it a uno out of 10.
Wow, Uno out of 10.
This is
Oh,
my
yeah.
first 1 out of 10 of the year. It's just like so boring to the point where it's like it's not infuriating enough for it to be enjoyable to talk about. Like at least
Yes.
with the Mario movie, right? Which I said was a fine movie, okay? It's not like I absolutely hated it. I gave it above average. I gave it 0.5 above average, if I remember. Like, that had stuff in it. This had nothing. This was so...
Bland.
It's not even, like, average bland. It's, like, below average bland to the point where it's... Yeah, it's 1 out of 10 for me. I don't know. So it's a combined average of...
Can
What
we
did
round
you
it
give
to
it?
2.69?
3.
3,
Yeah, let's round it to
4...
2.69.
2.5.
2.69.
Oh, 6,
It's 6.9.
Sure, we'll put the 2.69. Now let's talk about a movie that I thought was pretty good, and that was Renfield,
Oh yeah.
which for some reason is already on straight to like VOD, but even though it hasn't released in Australia yet.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
True.
Anyhow, you want to give your first impressions on that one?
Ooh, Renfield. I thought it was pretty fun. We got what's his name?
Nicholas Hoult,
Nicky. Yeah,
Nicholas
Nicky.
Cage,
Nick Cage,
Aquafina.
Aquafina,
Oh yeah, I
and,
probably should have said that at the start. It has Nicholas Hoult, Nicholas Cage, and Aquafina in it.
and who's Renfield?
Renfield was Nicholas Hoult.
Nicky Holt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You said that like twice.
yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Just like
Damn,
when we
bro.
didn't pay attention to 65. Yo.
True, but anyway, pretty cool cast in this movie. Cool concept of portraying a toxic relationship in the relationship of Dracula and Renfield.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
overall, a lot of fun, I reckon. Yeah.
What about you, mate?
Fun movie. Had some fun watching it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it was, in my opinion, very imaginative take on Dracula and like
Yes.
mythos. And I thought it was a jolly fun time with some pretty good action. Though I don't think the action was shot that great sometimes.
Yeah.
But like the violence was pretty cool. I liked a lot of the practical effects. I liked all the performances in this film. I thought Nicolas Cage is a very funny Dracula. And I thought Nicholas Hoult was really good as the protagonist. And Aquafina was there doing a pretty good job for a character that was pretty much there. It's not a perfect movie, I think. Like, I do think this is like fun enough to be like this is honestly a really good movie in my opinion. It was a lot of fun, and the fun factor in this is just like great. I do have problems with some of the stuff. I thought that the whole relationship metaphor was just a bit, because the trailer was like, it made it seem like, because it was shown off in the trailer. I didn't think it would be the pros for the entire movie. The entire thing is like a
Yeah.
metaphor for this toxic relationship. And I think it wore on me a little bit. I was like, oh, it's a funny
much.
bit in relation to the support group,
Yeah.
but that it got a little bit grating. Not all the jokes land, but at least I think I do appreciate that it commits to the tone of the film. I never feel like this movie is lost and doesn't know what it's going for. I feel like this movie is pretty clear. It's a better Morbius, which is a good thing.
True.
In terms of like the character Redfield, like the powers and all that shit.
But
Yeah.
no Matt Smith dancing though.
That's true. Matt Smith did not dance in this film. He arguably didn't even act in this film. Was not even present in this
Why
film.
did the Morbius have a dancing sequence for Matt Smith?
I don't know.
Throwback to Amazing Spider-Man.
I thought I also thought the ending of the movie was a little bit bloated in the way that it has like so much characters and shit going on. I felt like it's just
Yeah.
so much is going on. It's a little bit bloated in that regard. But this is it's honestly a pretty tight film in most regards, and it's paced really well. Like from the get-go, the movie's like really fast-paced, and it's just moving through. And you're like, damn, this is so much better than 65, which we watched the night before. Yeah. So that was pretty, yeah.
Good
You want
movie.
to talk more about the acting, boys?
We should. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. Main cast did a pretty top job.
Yeah.
Nick Cage, very Nick Cage version of Dracula, but very much
it's
still
a
Dracula,
very
you know?
different
Yeah.
approach, but I loved it, yeah.
Very much still Dracula.
Yeah.
Renfield,
I really liked Renfield. He was like
Renfield's a
super
really-
likable in this one, yeah.
cool character.
Yeah. Aquafina,
Aquafina did a good
cop.
cop who the good cop of not corrupt, not
Yeah.
corrupt cop.
I thought her story was a little bit ridiculous,
Yeah.
but her performance was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of my Awkwafina performances I've seen.
Is it better than Shang-Chi?
I like the chemistry between Shang-Chi and her was really good. I mean, this is different energy, I guess. Was this one a romance? I can't remember.
They have a bit of that
They have a
implied.
little bit. It's
Because like the
hinted at.
flowers and stuff.
It's at the end they made a joke about the type of relationship they had, and I don't think that may or may not be spoilers. I don't know.
Oh, we'll get to spoilers, I guess, with that one. Yeah. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about writing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boring.
Because I personally thought the writing, for the most part, pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the humor, the tone of that, all of the vibes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, this good, this entertaining, this is just fun. And sometimes movies being fun is good because
Like
it's fun.
the Mario movie.
Fuck off, motherfucker!
Eat the Mario.
Nah, the Mario movie's not that bad, but like, I don't think it was that fun. I think this is a lot better than the Mario movie, in my opinion.
That's for certain.
Yeah,
Now, this is definitely not a kids' film.
yeah.
Kids can watch it though.
No, this movie's gory, like in a good way. I really
Yes.
like
I mean,
gore
kids
stuff.
can
yeah.
watch it, just whether they should. I don't know.
I reckon they'll laugh at it and be like, haha, his head
Fruit
was
punch.
chopped off.
Well, that's the disclaimer I wanted to give when I was talking about Guardians.
Tomato sauce.
Like, kids should not watch the new Guardians movie.
Damn.
Honestly, the
Isn't
new
it
Guardians
like
movie
MA?
could have gotten away with an MA rating, but it's M, even though they say like the F word and stuff in it. So, I don't know.
F-bomb with Chris Pratt.
Chris
I
Pratt.
mean, they said the F one in Jumanji
They did?
and Shazam. Well, I know Shazam too. They did.
No, they didn't. They cut.
They cut it.
Yeah.
Oh.
She says you and then it cuts.
Oh.
In this
right.
one, he full on says the
Right.
swear word, which is
Right.
the first time ever in a Disney movie. Fun fact.
Mm.
Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Happy day.
Yeah, I thought the writing was good. I thought it was a little bit bloated with the way that there was like so much going on in terms of character arcs and stuff. Awkwafina's doing her own thing. It was a little bit ridiculous that like, oh wait, there's a spoiler. There's some stuff where I was like, oh, this
Shit
is a
happens.
little bit silly.
Yeah.
The Sonic guy, Ben Schwartz,
Sonic.
he was doing some stuff. I actually liked him. He was really silly and
It's pretty
funny.
funny.
But like even his story, like with his mother and stuff, was a little bit. There's a lot going on, and I feel like it
Yeah.
lost a little bit of focus towards the end, even though it tried to like tie it together. So I don't think it was quite the impactful punch. Though I do like they call back to the start at the end to solve the problem.
Yes.
See, which is what the Mario movie did not do. It didn't call back to the plumbing to resolve the problem. He just beat up the fucking villain. It's not using the skill set that.
Yeah.
Where's the
Mario.
arc? There was no arc because he doesn't return to the place he was at the start, having changed. It doesn't. That's like the little. Yeah, writing. Am I right? Maybe that's why the writers are on strike. Because they don't like the Mario movie.
Yes.
Yeah, do you guys have any other writing stuff you wanted to talk about?
No, I think you summed it up pretty good.
Slay, thank you. Cinematography. Someone else want to take this one?
Oh, they had some cool shots.
Yeah.
You know, some, especially in some action scenes, although editing-wise, there were some quick cuts in there that I felt that was a bit...
Yeah, Thomas pointed some
yeah.
stuff out too. I didn't really notice anything, but I believe you
Yeah.
guys, so...
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't notice too many things either.
I thought the action wasn't... Like, some of it was shot a bit too, quick cut action movie type thing. Whereas I like, if we could get just like a lovely wide shot of this decapitation, that would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
You know how I love my lovely wide shots of decapitations. For real.
Decaps.
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to talk a bit about sound and stuff?
Go back a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colors were cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had a nice theme going on.
Yeah,
Bit
I
of
thought the colors
spooky-
were nice.
The funny, spooky type of spooky
Yeah.
colors. Halloween colors, I guess.
Yeah.
It was also like
Yeah.
brighter than most in the blues and
Yes.
purples and stuff like that. So
Saturated, but
it looked a lot nicer in 65.
yeah.
Visual effects though. That's
Yeah.
some stuff going on.
I don't remember a lot of like the CG stuff. I remember a lot. The most distinct stuff was the practical, like with like
Sort of
faces that like
prosthetic
melded off and
Plus
shit.
stuff, yeah, that was good. But like, I feel like a lot of half of the blood was like CG, even though it's meant to be. It was made to look like practical blood, but it flowed like CG blood. You get me?
It might have been. There might have been. I think they did a mix of both.
Yeah, I noticed some of that.
Yeah.
You mix
Basically-
the CG blood with the practical blood and swirl it
But it's
around.
like that
Yeah.
over the top blood, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
There's like in this sort of movie, I don't mind that because that's
Yeah.
like I'm used to that in like B movie type
Yeah.
schlock stuff.
B
and I
movie.
don't- not the actual B movie. I mean like the letter B movie. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
According to all
Retrospect.
known laws of aviation.
bees cannot fly.
True that.
But
Yeah,
guess
true.
what? The bees aren't an aviation machine.
But bats are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, for sure.
Batman and the Flash.
It's a real Morbius movie. Probably
It
should
is
talk
the
about
better
that more in
Morbius
spoilers. Well, yeah.
Yeah, so editing. Did we talk
We already
did
talked
talk
about
editing?
that, so it's fine.
Better sound. Music was
That
nice.
sounded good.
Yeah.
Music was nice.
Some spooks and some
Oh, I forgot to say the visuals. They recreated some old stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, very
Yeah, that's
cool homages to some classic film. I feel like you could probably guess from the basis of the movie
yeah.
what that film is, but yeah, it was good.
What the Dracula.
Yeah,
Right on.
right on. Shall we talk about the spoilers? Just a little bit of spoilers.
Spoiler zone. Wahoo.
Highway to the spoiler zone. Yeah.
Highway.
Can we get an applause for that, audience? That was yeah. I don't know. You guys can't see, but actually 100 people in the audience just applauded.
We have a live studio audience today
Yeah.
of 100.
If you clap 100 times, it's 100 people clapping once.
Yes.
Whoa, that's true.
In sequence.
All right, let's talk some spoilers. I wanted to say this movie is very Morbius in the way it's like, oh, dude with the vampire powers, and then there's also another dude, and then that dude gets the vampire powers, and they fight.
Yeah.
Also, there's cops
Yeah.
in a side story. That's pretty Morbius. But like, this is good movie.
Without have sex.
That is
Poop
true.
my pants. Poop my pants again. Poop my pants again. Have sex. Have
Yeah.
sex.
Oh wow, this
Poop
bit's
my
going
pants.
on for a very long time.
I'm just singing the
Yeah,
song.
sing the song. That's true. But yeah, well, I'm trying to think of points to talk about that are spoilery.
The relationship was something we wanted
All
to
right,
talk about.
the relationship.
Because at the end, they said they were a cooperative, which I searched out what it meant, and that's a relationship type where,
Business type.
well, kind of, yes, but in like the relationship sense, it's two people who are codependent on each other.
Oh, because they're codependent. Oh,
Back codependency.
wow.
Ain't it?
Codependent.
It's not
Codependent
just
was the
you
word,
being
not co-
codependent
cooperative.
on a person, but both being codependent on each other.
Wow. Wow.
So maybe not a romance per se, but
But comance.
yes.
And
A
codependent
equally
man.
shared
Codependent.
partnership.
Yeah. Some could say that is our relationship, boys.
A three-way.
Three-way.
Some.
Three-way or the
three-way
highway.
Wow.
What other things happen in this movie? Yeah, Sonic Man, Ben Schwartz is in it. He is funny. What's his name? Like Ted or some
Mafia's
shit.
son.
He's like
Yeah.
yeah.
It was his name Ted or Jeff?
I don't know.
Teddy.
I thought he was a
Ted.
funny character, but like I wasn't super interested in like that whole story. And then it eventually connects to Dracula. Then Dracula's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join the mafia, kind of help him out a little bit. And
Because
some
Dracula
stuff.
need the army of, I guess, Draculas. Oh, not Draculas,
Draculas.
familiars or something.
Yeah.
So he can take over the world. Because he realized that it's getting kind of boring in this hospital.
Yeah. But if you don't feed him, he won't grow to full power.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked a lot of the supporting cast in like the therapy circle.
Yeah.
And I was happy that they survived. I was like, because this is the sort of movie where you have to seriously kill off a character. And I'm fine with it. Like, usually I'd be like, no, that's a cop out that they all come back to life. But I'm like, yeah, this is not a movie you're supposed to take seriously. So that's like vibes. I already said that, like, I think the whole codependent metaphor thing went on for like a little bit too long for my taste.
You know, I mean, I assume it's just the whole movie.
Because it's just the whole movie, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, it feels
You
a bit
thought
like
the
it feels like a
trailer
long
wasn't-
bit, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
okay.
It's just like, because that whole concept, because it's fucking Dracula and his familiar, and then you're like, oh, we'll put like modern, like psychological labels on it, right? But so I think that's silly, but it's like a funny joke. But it's just like, oh, I
Yeah,
can lay
well,
off the joke a little bit sometimes. Oh, I like to use some narration in this movie. I thought it was funny. You're probably wondering how I got here, sort of vibes.
But they kind of, I don't know. They don't consistently use that.
They do.
narration,
They do. They use it throughout the film.
Yeah. Right.
I distinctly remember that they do.
I
Yeah,
feel like it was like
it's
a
not
bit
all
in
the
the
time
beginning,
because you don't
and
need
then like
to.
a tiny bit in the middle, and then at the end.
Because this isn't like you. This is
Yeah.
like you, like the TV
Yeah.
show you, where it's like the entire time you need to be doing that. No, he does use it at various points. Even like beginning, middle, end is fine. That's a fine way to
Yeah.
use narration in the movie, I think. Yeah, this movie was pretty vibes, you know. Fuck, I said it again. This movie was bussin' respectfully, no cap.
For real.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of things. Dracula was. I like Dracula as a character. He's kind of like a dick, but he's kind of funny because he doesn't think he's a dick. He's just like, kind of like, bro, why aren't you doing things for me?
yeah.
You know, like that sort of vibe. What the fuck was that? Tape. Yeah.
He tries to be manipulative as usual.
Yeah,
There
gaslight.
is girl bossing, bro.
It's
And
girl
you keep
bossing.
denying that he's a girl boss.
Nah, because Aquafina is a girl boss.
But she did none of the other
Nah,
steps
she
required.
didn't. True.
to be a
Renfield
girl
did
boss.
though, so Renfield is a girl boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we go to spoilies? Not spoilies, final verdicts?
Renfield, ooh,
Renfield, do we?
twink ass.
Did Dracula
cute boy.
bang the mafia mum?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they, or something?
Well, they did kind of like a winky at each other.
oh, that was just old people respecting each other,
Didn't they, like, kind of do something,
did they?
and then they cut away or something?
Yeah. Well, Dracula's like, oh yes, we have much to discuss. Let's meet in private.
That's pretty horny. If I do say so myself.
I don't remember that bit, but okay.
Yeah.
Just erase that from my mind. Yes.
Let's do some verdicts on this one, boys. Starting off with Mr. Dio over there.
Yeah. Renfield, the movie, pretty fun, pretty cool. Good acting, fun story. You know, and a lot of cool, gory stuff, but you know, funny. Some cool action bits. Looks pretty cool. I'm gonna give this one a. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, had fun. 8.
Yeah, I'm actually feeling the exact same boat as you guys on this one with an 8 out of 10.
See, Paul.
It's a very good movie. It's a shame that like it's got such a short theatrical release window
Yeah.
Like, I don't really get what's going on because it is coming out in Australia in like a month or something. I'd advise, for you Australian audience, which is a majority of our audience, go and check it out when it releases in theaters. It's a good movie.
Where is it released streaming wise?
US. That's why
What
we
service,
watched it on the US streaming sites,
Yeah,
right?
what service are they on? Do you know?
What was the one we used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that means it's not available in Australia.
It's not available. We had to use a VPN, you see.
Yes.
That's why, how we all watched it on that streaming service that we watched it on.
True.
But we didn't support streaming because the writers' strike thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta support the right.
Actually, I think it's on VOD, not streaming. I might have lied. Maybe we watched it on like Apple iTunes or whatever.
Apple,
right, that's what we
Apple
watched it on.
TV.
Apple TV,
Oh,
sure, yeah. Amazon. We watched it all. We just watched it all of them.
Firefox.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, now we come to our special segment of the day. We have an interview.
Wow.
Who do we have an interview with, Dio?
Uh,
Who's forgotten?
Obama.
Who do we have an interview with, Sonny?
Then, nah.
All right, I guess we have an interview with Jason from SAE. So, well, this is a transition time. Going to interview.
You say Jason from SAE, that
Like
implies
they
he
know
works
who
there.
Jason from SAE is.
Fuck. With
Watch the interview. He introduces himself.
he'll introduce himself. We got an interview. Transition. All right, guys. Welcome to our interview segment of this Unholy Trinity episode.
Yeah.
Today we have a special guest with us today. You want to give a brief introduction to who you are?
I'm Jason. I'm currently studying at SA Melbourne, and I'm on my second year now. Yeah. So am I.
And so am I.
And not me.
Odd one out. Hey,
But we
what's up?
are filming in my uni, so I guess I'm the real winner in the end.
Fair.
Are you gonna dox yourself?
No, that was it. Maybe someone will recognize it if they see the video footage. But for all you audio listeners at home, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But
If
yeah,
you say don't dox us, they're gonna dox you.
that is how the internet works.
But enough about us.
Yeah.
How you doing? Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
As well as can be on a rainy Melbourne day.
Rainy Melbourne. That's true. Yeah.
But the weather has turned well for us now, so. Really has.
Only because Jason's here, really. I think.
Oh yeah. Our ray of sunshine.
So,
God,
Yeah.
my forehead is so shiny.
you're like in the gap.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the sun.
Well, the sun is.
But that's good because
That's
that means
you
you're
get the best.
illuminated
You get
and
the
we're
best
not.
lighting.
Just
yeah.
look at the
Because you're
shade on your
focused.
leaves on your face.
Yeah. Oh God. The shadow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, I'll open up this discussion with a little bit of light banter, but this is also a pretty important question we wanted to start with. I have heard rumors that you have seen the impressive work of cinematography that is the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I was thinking, what is your take on this based on it?
Based on mid question.
Just see my letterbox review. Actually,
Oh, yeah. How many stars
that's a
did you give it?
masterpiece. I reckon I give it 3-star.
Honestly, that's like pretty close to my score of the movie, right? I give it like a 5.5, which is like
What's a
almost a 6.
3 out
Yeah,
of
3 out of
5.
5.
Yeah.
Pretty much
It's
bang
pretty
on.
much like, yeah.
That is 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched it because I needed to get my mind off the chamber, and it worked. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun movie. The
Yeah.
nostalgia was there. Yeah.
No, fair enough. Have you seen our review of it? Do you know like the group's take
No, I
on
don't
it?
think I have.
Not a true fan.
It's in our
Which episode was that?
last two. Not last two, I think.
When did
Two
Mario
episodes
come out? It was
before.
whatever week it came out,
2
which
weeks.
is like
2 weeks ago.
yeah.
I don't know. The only thing that I remembered vividly now is that you guys were debating on public holiday surcharge.
Oh my god, that's one of our banger takes, you know? Yeah. What's your take on public holiday surcharge?
I think it's fair as long as the employees got that.
Yeah.
yeah, because I got extra pay in peak hours and holidays and holiday extra pay.
Yeah.
If I would say, yeah. So no, I think that's yeah.
That's a good
Interesting
take. I like that one.
Just roping you in to talk about all of the topics we've debated about in our podcast.
The next thing I got for you is just one word, and it just says Frank. What is it? What does this word mean to you? What is Frank? Why did I write it?
How did I remember?
How does it spell? Right?
It's just Frank, the name. I just wrote Frank. I don't know why I wrote it.
You want me to tell you
Well, why did I write this?
Frank Ocean.
Oh, do you listen to Frank Ocean?
No.
No, that's fair. That's
No,
fair.
I think I've listened to some of his songs, but not regularly.
No, for sure. Alrighty. So, you're a little bit of a film industry man to some regards, say?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a... Yeah. a little bit of a
Started
film.
two years ago, so I mean, I'm pretty new to the industry, and no, I haven't done much yet, but striving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
No, for sure. I mean, we'll talk more about your filmography, but just like, how did you like get into film? Now, this could be interpreted into how do you like movies, or like how did you legit get into like making movies? But up to you how you want to interpret this question.
so I started doing theater from year 7, and that continued until year 12. Like in year 10, I was very overwhelmed with school, and I was doing so many plays that I couldn't probably do my school anymore. Like my grades went horribly down, and I decided that I want to join homeschool, and I was homeschooling throughout year 11 and 12, and those years were the most productive I was on theater. And then when I was looking for uni, I didn't want to do acting because I found it exhausting and it's just not for me. And theater school usually are for actors, basically. So I was looking for some space for me to create as a person behind the scene. So that's why I joined film, basically. Yeah. I didn't have prior knowledge about film whatsoever, like at all. I was just producing theater, which is quite similar to film, but there are some differences between them. But yeah, my experiences were just producing, and I did a little bit of sound design for theater and lighting design. That's all. Yeah, that's why I got into film.
That's cool as.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool story.
Yeah.
How all creatives start out.
Yeah, we do a bit of plays. Well, we've done a little bit of.
Been doing.
We've done some play stuff.
Behind the scenes play
with the RMIT, they have a drama club.
Oh, that's cool.
I've done some of the behind the scenes. I'm acting in the current play that they're doing. Yeah, fun fact. Shout out to the RMIT Red Axe. I don't know. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Oh, if I dox myself.
Oh, you did those.
Oh!
Okay.
I guess it's too late for that. But yeah. No, that's interesting. Yeah. So you said you had like no prior knowledge, but like I assume you like movies.
I do.
Yeah. What's your favorite film?
Of all time, oh god, I would say my top 3 are Three Colors Red, the Three Colors trilogy. Call Me by Your Name was also really good, and oh god, what else? I completely forgot the name. Oh, the World of Us. It's a Korean film. It's really good as well. Yeah.
Should add this to our watch list.
We should. I mean, I've seen Call Me by Your Name. You know, I'm a cultured.
Spot the film noob. I haven't heard of any of those.
Three Colors Red is this. Is it a Swedish film? I reckon it's a Swedish film. I forgot. It's directed by Krzysztof Kieślowski. Yeah, he made mint films, like for real. He's one of my favorite European directors.
Shout out to Sweden.
Shout out to Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swedes.
Is that a German thing though?
Shush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. This is I know someone definitely added on to this one, but I wrote, who's your favorite Unholy Trinity member? And then somebody wrote, not Jack.
Who else is in that document?
I don't know. I wonder who that person was. You don't have to answer this question.
I don't play favorites.
That's a good answer. We're like
Also.
your favorite child, right? Like,
Favorite what?
I don't know. I was saying like you don't pick your favorite child.
Yeah, you don't pick your favorite child. So
Yeah.
who's your favorite child?
I don't have a child.
Cool.
Not that I know of.
Film.
Oh.
Your films are your childs. You know. Someone could
That's
say.
fair.
Ah, what is your favorite film child?
That I've worked on.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All of them?
That's a hard question. Yeah, I would say all of them. But we'll see throughout the interview.
Well, speaking of which, we'll start going into your I was gonna say discography. That's music. Your filmography, right?
Yeah.
Should we start off with the most recent one, which was The Chamber?
Yeah.
A little. Do you want to give a brief like synopsis, I guess, of what The Chamber is?
Yeah, so The Chamber is a short psychological horror film that follows a boy called Julian. He goes to see this psychologist, Dr. Jordan Patrick, and because he was haunted by this witch, and whilst doing the interview with like not interviews, like therapy sessions with Dr. Jordan Patrick, the witch starts to get onto him as well and start messing up with his mind. So basically that's the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have seen the film. Us, the Unholy Trinity. We went and saw this film, and wow, it was great.
Thanks.
Well,
Glad to hear it.
Excellent. So what was your role in this film?
So I was the editor and I was the colorist as well. I helped with continuity and data wrangling on set as well. Yeah.
Do you want to just talk a bit more about? I feel like editor. We know what an editor is. Do you want to talk more about like being a colorist? Because I'm kind of interested. What's being a colorist?
In short, your eyes hurt, your bum hurts, and I don't know. That's all.
Anyone who lives in their mom's basement, really.
Yeah.
Playing Call of Duty. You know, same experience.
Because
Yeah?
you're sitting down in the studio for like 5, 6, or 7 hours and looking at the screens, even 3 monitors at the same time. It's exhausting. Like, but I don't know. Although it's challenging and it's tricky because we're working on software and it change over time. Like there's always new updates and everything. We have to keep learning to keep updated basically to new technology. It's a fun job actually. It really is. Like I don't know why I got into it in the first place, but seeing like my first time going to editing suite and seeing that like the color panel with all the balls and all the wheels, it's just fascinating. It's fascinating. I don't know, like how much difference can color make to a film. It's just crazy.
And I'd say that like with this film in particular, there was well, I'd say great use of color. There's a lot of like scenes that rely on like darkness and stuff to work. And I thought it was great. I think you did a good job.
Thank you. That's not just my job. That's also a production designer's job.
Yeah.
And lighting, basically, because everything starts in pre-production. So you can't basically just change a white set into a really like blue or warm, you have to plan that before you even started shooting. Like, yeah, so basically we need to figure out the tone and the mood, the costume, the color of the shirt and everything, with the director's vision and lighting. You can't mess with lighting, because if you mess your lighting, in some cases color grading can fix it, but mostly not.
Yeah.
So fix it on set, not in post.
Yeah.
Because definitely we hear that a lot. Fix it in post.
we said that a lot.
So many times. But a lot of people, it's probably obvious how much planning goes into creative stuff. But also, what I hear a lot in the audio world when we go in class, you can't polish a turd.
Yeah, for sure.
Agree. That's very true.
That is true for many other industries as well, and it's like any creative thing.
I mean, Dio and Sunny work in post as well. Like,
I guess technically, well, you have actually.
Yeah, I've done audio post, but in anything really, especially when it comes to music, you have to get the planning right first. Otherwise, you're figuring things out, and then you're spending half an hour troubleshooting.
Cough.
A reference to how it took so long to set this up.
Yes.
Tech issues. It happens.
It's a new experience, and I'd say it should look good on the camera if I didn't mess it up. And I guess hopefully it'll sound good.
Yeah.
Suit will fix it.
Let's go.
Suit is good. Suit too.
All right. Another movie that we watched of yours was Nature Abhors a Vacuum,
okay.
otherwise known as the Priest movie. That's written down here.
Yeah,
Just to make sure you know what that is. Yeah.
And yeah.
Production. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, no. Did you want to talk like more synopsis-y about this one as well?
Yeah, it's funny because even the group chat of the production is called the Priest film. It's not even the title. Like I was just wondering why every department's group, like camera and lighting, like the sound, the production, the cast is all Priest film crew. I don't know. It's just funny.
Name as well. So you got it right.
Yeah, it's like your in the Star Wars terms, like it's like your Blue Harvest. They're like, yeah. So, what a reference.
Yeah. So the film is about a priest that falls in love with this choir girl, and throughout the Easter weekend, like he tries to get closer to her, but then he's contemplating between his love, like the how do I say this, like the world pleasure and his commitment to God, because
Well, I guess this is his worldly desires and his
worldly desires. Yeah, that sums it up. Like, and his oath to God to serve, and yeah, that's basically about basically about it. Like, it's a morally grey film. I love morally grey films.
Yeah.
Let's make a good story.
Well, we also loved it, so yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. It was really funny though. We've already talked about this, but I'll say it for the podcast. We were watching it with like AI generated subtitles.
Yeah.
So all of the dialogue was just not the right dialogue. But
Some of it was right.
yeah, some of it was right. We got the Easter thing somehow because it did not say Easter for us. It said like a random line, but he was like, "Oh, that's Easter actually." So it was crazy, but yeah. I thought it was also really nicely shot. I was like, "Wow, these shots are so
It really was.
pretty." Yeah.
It won Best Cinematography and Best Production Design for SA Film Awards last year. Yeah, it was really good. Like, even some people called it too neat, like too overly prepared somehow.
Oh.
It's very how do I say this not in a negative way? Because I didn't intend to say that.
Sweaty. Try hards.
Very well planned.
Yeah, very
It
well
was just
planned.
very well planned.
Very well planned.
Pre-production.
Yeah.
In a musical term, it would be like,
Sounds
you know,
like-
overproduction, right?
Because it's really good. The color is great. The music.
The rule of thirds. We were like, the entire time we go, oh my god, the rule of thirds, this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it's great directing as well. Yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
Well-
everything's great in that production. Anyway, I'm just rambling.
That's fine. Fun to work on.
It really was, because it was my first film that I've worked on with upper try students. So it was a new experience for me. It was quite daunting at first because I was asked to be a co-producer, and then with the film that has, I reckon it's a $6,000 budget. It's a big production, and organizing that amount of money with that amount of crew. We had like almost 50 crews.
Yeah.
This was such a challenging thing to do, but everyone was great. Everyone was really supportive. For me as a try one student back then, it's a really great experience for me. Yeah.
And it paid off.
And going off that, actually, we were talking a little bit prior to the interview, but like, you're talking about like what it means to be a producer and like how people don't necessarily like know from like looking at, because you got like people know the director and stuff like that, but not everyone knows the producer. Do you want to talk more about like producing, what that entails?
Yeah, some people, because I don't really follow the star signs, but people has always been like, they have always been assuming me that because I'm a Virgo, that I'm really organized and stuff. Like people would just say, "Oh, of course you're a producer. You love your people, don't you?" And I say, "I do. I love organizing bars and everything. I love leading a group, a team, and that that's just, I don't know. I just love leading a team, and that brings me happiness, I guess, and enjoyment. Producing, I started with theater, and producing a film and theater is kind of a bit different because after your play is done, you'll just have to do the play report, basically, just the budgeting and everything, that's all. But in film, when you're done editing and it's screened, like for instance, a student film, it's screened at your school, your job as a producer is not done. Like that film has to go somewhere, and you're the only person that, and the director obviously, like you're the person that has to take that film to the world, basically. Take it to a film festival, submit it to film festival, basically. It's sometimes can be stressful and people take that job for granted, but doing producing for the last a year or two has really opened my mind about how the film industry works, and having to, I had a film distribution masterclass and a film festival lecture, and knowing how much work after the film is done to submit it to festival and all the paperwork stuff that needs to be done for festivals, just a lot. And yeah. I do really appreciate a good producer that can lead an entire crew, that you're basically the glue to every each of the crew members, and I don't know. I just have a lot of appreciation of producers, and to be a good producer, you have to try every role basically, because
Fucking started like raining.
It's like water from the leaves, you know?
yeah.
Sorry, dude. This
Anyway, because I've met producers that act like bosses, basically, just boss people around. That's not what you should do.
yeah.
So you just have to try every role, because from that you can understand each role's challenges and difficulties, so you can have more empathy towards them and become a better leader, I reckon. Yeah. Anyway.
For sure.
Our glorious leader, Jason.
That's true. We don't have a producer for this podcast, do we?
Not yet.
Co-producers,
I'd say,
technically.
yeah, it would kind of. Oh,
Because, like, yeah.
you manage a lot of our like social media and shit.
Yeah, I guess I'm the social media manager.
I try and like put together the
You're
episodes.
the planning guy.
And I show up.
Oh yeah, you also do the audio and stuff, like you.
That guy too.
On occasion.
Yeah. Sorry, branching
Oh,
off
really?
that. So you were also a line producer on this film,
The priest.
the Priest
Yeah.
film, yeah.
I was.
Can you also just explain what that is, just because I feel like that's not a very well known.
Yeah, I have zero clue.
A normal producer.
It's not common here. Like line producers only common for Hollywood films usually. The term, but basically it's just co-producing. Line producers has to manage, because producers are not always going to be on set.
Yeah.
And line producers basically taking over the role of producer on set,
Yeah.
and it's basically a private secretary of a producer.
So you're your own secretary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I manage all the budget, not all of them, but like partly I do all the catering, transport, logistic, special equipments, and generator. That's all I can. That's what I do, because I wasn't doing location scouting. That's the only thing that I hate about being a producer. Location scouting. I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
It just sucks. Like whenever
That was literally us
Hey, we
today
did
to
that
find this
today, 2 hours
location.
ago.
I hate location
Yeah.
scouting. Some people enjoy them. With the film that you guys watch on exhibition, Rest in Slays, but the coffin,
Yeah.
sleazy coffin salesman. I was co-producing that, and I just told my producer, like, please don't assign me the location scouting role, because I just hate it. Completely hate it.
I thought you like to go to new places and stuff. At least you like to go on trains.
but not for filming.
Yeah.
Like,
No?
because I mean, permits are not that bad, but it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard. And even for rigor mortis, for Steph to, I think she had 5 locations approved. That's just awesome. That's unbelievable. She's a really great producer. Yeah.
For well, I was talking a bit about how like me and Sunny, at least, we've worked on our little projects like the Mobile Masters thing and stuff, but we just shoot in one house in front of a green screen.
Yeah, it's all in one place. That makes it extra easy. Right?
Yeah.
But the
Efficiency.
work-
Yeah.
But the post work is gonna be hard.
So how much you cut down on ease of just making things easy compared to going all out. It's an exponential difficulty curve.
Oh yeah, that's what do you call those things of like diminishing returns?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Is diminishing returns?
Yeah, like the more you go into it, maybe there's that
less you get out
diminishing,
of it.
the sense of diminishing results. Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay. But in terms of the final movie that we watched of yours, and that was In Retrospect, which we've co-named Therapist Movie, Was that one
That's
of your
funny
critics?
because that's funny because The Chamber is also a therapist movie.
That is true. That is actually true. Yeah.
I think it's a sign. I've seen so many therapist movies. I should see a therapist.
No, it's a sign that therapists don't work.
Ah.
All they get is they get haunted by witches. Either they'll break down themselves and not help us. You know?
Yeah, according
Therapy
to,
doesn't work.
I feel like there's a bit of a
Like-
theme there with that. Yeah. Speaking of which, so we're talking about like this film has some complex themes in the way that about trauma and stuff like that, and like how the therapist kind of inherits that from the clients in a way. We were going to say like what are your inspirations, but I was actually interested in because did you produce this one?
I think I was co-producing that one because
Yeah.
I didn't really dive into the story. I was just helping with the paperwork
Oh, nice.
and permits and catering. That's all. But yeah, it's a really interesting script.
Yeah.
With a touch of French New Wave and German Expressionism. With the high angle, that's very German Expressionism. Anyway,
Damn, you're a real movie man.
I mean that's the other thing that's my argument to people who think that, like, especially people who are in the industry that think film score is useless. Although you can dive those theory on internet, but I don't know, having that taught to you and practicing those like films movements sort of just I don't know. Okay, let's restart that because because my brain wasn't braining.
Practical peer-on-peer learning is invaluable.
Yeah. Like those theory thing that you got, and that just basically what made you a better artist is that you know what meaning lies behind your work and what even critical theory that you want to apply and you want to tell within your artwork. Like those sort of things that people don't have. No, like this is like no pun intended to everyone, but this is the one thing that my lecturer always say to me about film school. That you know what you're doing because you learn the history of art. What does shot like type of shot mean, and when to apply it? Basically, I'm just rambling. I don't know what I'm talking about anyway.
It's all the technical stuff,
Yeah.
shot
Yeah,
compositions, and
Like behind those technical stuff, there's always meaning behind it, and those meanings are often not learned by people who didn't go to film school.
Yeah.
They just know practical stuff. Okay, this is a cool angle. This is a cool angle, but what does it mean?
Yeah.
What is the history behind it?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why you go to film school.
what's the art behind that?
Yeah.
You know,
Like, why is this Dutch angle here? That's the common one that I see.
I'm just making simple things complicated. Oh my god.
No. This is all good stuff.
This is the mind works of Jason.
Yeah. Complicated.
It's a mind palace that we're really happy to be delving into.
And well, yeah. So something I'm personally interested in as someone who likes like writing and stuff like that, and script writing as well. So, as the role of let me rephrase that. Sorry. As the role of a producer, you're like taking scripts, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're deciding like, oh, I like this, I'm gonna make it into a thing. Can you talk to me about like what you look for in a script, sort of thing?
Alfred Hitchcock once said, that a good film needs three things: the script, and the script.
Whoa.
And what's a good script? Like it varies basically, but it depends on what kind of producer you want to be. Whether you want to be an indie producer, commercial producer, obviously you're gonna see different scripts, and you have to know if those scripts gonna fit into the market that you're gonna work in. For example, for indie, I just look forward to usually shorts, 8 to 10 pages. Basically has a strong character, as strong wants and needs of the character, and the ending. Basically, that's all I'm looking for, because I'm just so sick of films that always glorify their protagonists, like sort of making them to be like the role model, and I just like a story that the protagonist is basically not an angel, basically just same person with flaws, and within the story he learns something, whether it's in a hard way or not, and they make mistakes and learn from them to be a better person. That's basically my go-to scripts, and not always got what they want, but got what they need. Yeah.
Down to earth and relatable scripts.
Real life human stuff, you know?
I think the priest one is a pretty good example of that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes peace with themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about what you want. Like, the more human your film is, the more people can relate to it, and that's why it's a good art. Basically, that's why people love it.
Which is why I don't like the Mario.
Hey,
Full circle moment.
I mean, it's an animation. It's for kids.
It is for kids.
It's
No,
for
that's
kids.
like what I prefaced the
Yeah.
review with. I was like, this is for kids. I know that's not. I'm not
Yeah.
the desired audience there.
Just basic like Disney's. You don't put dark stuff in Disney.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did
Guardian-
kill Bambi's mum, so.
Wait for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's all. I'm not going to speak any more on the subject, but check that one out if you want to see some dark stuff in a kids movie.
I am a fucking Martian. Wahoo!
Because personally, I don't really watch Disney films. Like growing up, I didn't watch that. You guys might be discombobulated by the amount of Disney films that I've watched. Less than 10. Less than 10. I don't really watch Disney films.
But Disney owns everything now, so you might have watched more than you think.
That's fair.
Are you talking about the original Disney animation stuff, right? Yeah.
The original.
Like your Lion Kings and stuff like that.
Yeah. Never watched that.
Watch the Lion King.
Actually, yeah.
It's fine. It's just Hamlet, and it's ripping off an anime as well. So like
Yeah. I think, yeah, I know about that.
I haven't watched Lion King either, so.
Really?
No, I
You feel like the sort of person who would have watched.
I probably have watched it. I just don't remember anything from it
Actually, that's a sunny memory.
Yeah.
because it would have been when I was a kid.
You're a big Winnie the Pooh fan, are you?
Oh, I'm a huge Winnie the Pooh. Oh my god,
Yeah.
favorite Winnie the Pooh
Winnie the
character.
Pooh's Disney, right?
Is it?
It is.
I think-
well, I mean, yeah. Well, it's not any. It's in the public domain now.
Yeah.
The property. That's why we got a Winnie the Pooh horror movie last year. Do you remember that one? Or was it this year? Blood and Honey, but silly.
Yeah. I've heard about that. Is it out yet, actually?
Yeah, it came out. It made back its budget. Like, they made it for like dirt cheap, and they made like millions. Even though it was like
clever.
notoriously not a good movie.
Just like Blumhouse films.
Oh.
Although Blumhouse films are not bad.
That's what's his name? The fucking James Wan,
James.
big director. I'm doing the same course that he did at this uni.
I did go.
He went here, yeah. It's really interesting.
Mr.
Yeah. All right, I've got some questions. I'm going to rapid fire at you because they're all very silly.
Okay.
What the dog doing? That's the top question. What the dog doing?
Eating.
Yeah, that's good. Good answer. Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now?
No.
Good answer. We didn't need to elaborate. That was good. Do you support the monarchy? Bear in mind that the king was just crowned, so your answers will be judged harshly by the population.
I don't know. I don't really follow.
Good answer.
So the follow-up
to that.
question.
I
Yeah.
don't really follow those kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Related to that, have you seen his massive sausage fingers?
that's pretty important.
I think I've seen that. And the pen drama thing. That went really viral. That's all that I do.
For sure. Well, that's kind of like it, but we'll just ask you, like, do you have any future, what's next for Jason? That's kind of like the big thing.
Next for me,
Yeah.
documentary.
Oh.
For next try. I'm still working on it. I'm hoping to get picked, but we'll see. Because there are 15 people in my cohort, so I reckon we'll do around 5 or 6, because we won't need as much crew as a narrative film, I reckon.
Yeah.
So I hope we get chosen.
For sure.
But I'm happy to produce anyone's doco, actually,
That goes to everybody in there.
in my cohort.
Yeah.
In my cohort.
Any of the SAE people watching. Yeah. Do you have anything you want to promote? That could even be like a social media or anything.
Yeah, check out the short films that I worked in, especially that Priest films. It was
The Priest-movie.
the Priest. Because the title is so long. Nature of
Nature Abhors a Vacuum. Yeah. It's such a cool title.
It is.
But we're calling it
it's really
Priest-movie.
poetic. It's really poetic. Yeah. Check that out. Definitely. It's just refreshing. It's short. It's just like 16, 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch short films. They're concise, they're short, they deliver the message efficiently. And I think that's what I like about short films.
Unlike the Mario movie, once again. And you can check out his films. The link will be in the bio of the podcast. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me here.
How do we wrap up this interview? And now back to the ending of the podcast.
Whoa!
Yay!
We did it.
That's a good laugh.
Tee.
Yes, your mother.
I thought you were going to do the Chinese accent.
Oh yeah.
And that was a great interview with Jason. Thanks for being on the show.
Clap for Jason.
Thank you, audience. And that concludes our show, guys.
That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to say about the podcast in general, or the interview in general?
Because we did a thing in the
Oh,
podcast.
I don't remember what we said.
Obviously, through movie magic, we just came back from the interview, and now,
Yes.
yeah, but we did say stuff at the end of that video. But this is the outro
I
for
feel
the.
like I remember we ended that one kind of abruptly. We didn't I feel like we left room for ourselves to talk about it later.
Well, I said got back to the studio or something.
Yeah, and that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, how do you want to end it?
Because I just wanted to do the outro.
Yeah, it was fun. Were you looking to get more people on in the future?
Oh, yes.
perhaps?
Sure.
Yes,
I mean, we'll figure stuff out.
Yeah.
I know someone.
a few fascinating
I
people.
know Nelson's neighbor, who is she is a producer, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know.
Getting all the producers.
And at one point, maybe if we get big enough, I do have connections with the director.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Robert Connolly who made the Dry and Paper Planes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can get him on at some point.
Yeah.
That would be way down the line, probably.
That's a lofty goal.
But I feel like our ultimate goal should be getting Jason Momoa on the podcast.
Shout out.
We've clamored for Jason Momoa for a while. A lot of people know that we're huge Jason Momoa fans. So
We
I feel
invited
like,
Jason to the podcast today, but we got the wrong one.
yeah, we got the wrong one. It was a real mistake. JK, that was good. Fun. Our first guest on the podcast.
Yay!
And probably our last.
Oh no! I think that's a lie.
Yeah, that's probably not.
We're gonna keep doing this.
Someone on.
But if you, hypothetically, if you weren't listening to this podcast right now and you wanted to see this interview and podcast episode, where would you check us out?
Ooh, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. We have a
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
We do. That's actually was our initial main thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, we
More
got
highlight clips in the future, I'm guessing.
Temporarily left it for dead. Just for now.
Dead.
On hiatus.
but well, I mean, we're still making like it's just the
We're
stream
changing your focus.
because the clips on YouTube are mainly clips from our podcast. It's
Yes, it is the podcast.
But yeah.
Chunks.
You can also check us out on Instagram at the Unholy
Unholy.pod.
Pod.
Unholy.pod.
Pod.
On
Same thing on
Instagram.
as our TikTok.
Yes.
And TikTok.
And you can check out if you want to email us in. Email is
Email
that a
us
correct
That's the
sentence?
three dot unholy things
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
Yeah. That is all of our social media handles there for us.
All our ways to contact us. Let us know anything. We haven't gotten any mails from in ages, have we?
Look at our Q&As on Spotify and on our poll.
What's
Go do
our
that.
poll gonna be this week? Frank. It's just Frank.
Frank, yes or no?
Yes or no?
Do you want to plug your YouTube channel for an upcoming video?
Oh, I should actually get on that, but there may be something coming out that Dio edited that I
Something.
shot and wrote, I guess.
A little
A little vlog
vlog adventure.
coming to my channel. That's
Something.
my channel's just my name,
Yeah.
Jack Mariyama. You know me. Yeah, look out for that sometime soon. I gotta get the hashtags right on that video to make it go viral. I'm gonna put in Boys a Liar or something into the music on top of the music that's already in it. But anyway, you guys see you on the next episode for maybe some little Guardians of the Galaxy adventure.
Yo.
All right, see you guys.
See you
Bye.
then.